So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to this Dugout, and today our main topic is an Asia Cup dream team. Look, Sri Lanka may have won it, they captured the hearts of 1 million people. Pakistan came up short yet again. India failed to make it to the final. But there were some fantastic performances with both bat and ball from all the teams involved in the Super 4 stage, and also, if you want to, in the league stages as well, Bangladesh included. So we are going to debate who is an Asia Cup dream team. Like, what will be your preferred 11?
Dude, why are you doing it today? Asia Cup got over almost a week ago. On Sunday it got over. You should have done it on Monday.
We should have done it on Monday, but now is the time. With all the squads also been announced, except for one, for the World Cup. All the Afghanistan team got announced today. Not many changes there, except for Kareem Janath, who's out. And Pakistan, they have announced their T20 World Cup squad with Fakhar Zaman out, although he's in the reserves. Shahnawaz Dahani also in the reserves. But Shan Masood comes back. That is why India have already announced. Only Sri Lanka and New Zealand are remaining as the only teams to announce their T20 World Cups. But today is the deadline. I think not much of injuries in both teams, so they should announce it. I think New Zealand might announce it tomorrow, so let's see. Because it's already 16th September in New Zealand. So just to recollect all those fond memories of the Asia Cup, which was memorable for a couple of things. Number one, a certain Virat Kohli breaking the jinx after 1020 days. Let's recollect all those memories and make sure that we have our Asia Cup dream team. So, openers, middle order, bowlers. So, let's begin with the openers. Rahul, your first pick. Who will be in your dream team opening the batting?
Mohammad Rizwan, definitely not.
Yes.
Mohammad Rizwan,
why, for his appealing?
He ended up as the leading run scorer in the Asia Cup. He certainly doesn't make it to my dream team of this Asia Cup.
He doesn't. Yes, excessive appealing also, one of the factors.
I can actually go with both the Sri Lankan openers, basically.
Kusal and Patum Nissanka.
Yes, and also Rahmanullah Gurbaz from Afghanistan. He was also pretty good in the initial stages. Kushal Mendis, if I have to choose one out of the two Sri Lankan openers, it's actually a very difficult thing to do. Why? Because see, Kushal Mendis, initially he got a few runs, but I think
his form tapered off as the tournament progressed.
And Nissanka, if you look at his scores, he was very good in those knockout big games.
Yes. Mendis had an average of 26 with a strike rate of 157. Wow.
I think Nissanka was just because his strike rate was a little low, but I thought you need a good hard hit. If you need a good hard hitting opener, you might just go with Kushal Mendis. He got 155 runs, but I just might still go with Nissanka because he got those big runs in the knockout games. The matches that I think he got
an 84, I remember, in
last
game.
3 games. He was very good. Unfortunately for Kushal Mendis, he got a duck against in the final against Pakistan, then also against India.
Yes, he didn't do. He got a 50. He got a 50.
Both the games against Pakistan, he got a duck. But still, I might just go with his strike rate, with the better strike rate of 157 that he has. Kushal Mendis will be my.
None of our Indian openers make the cut, especially Rohit, who showed intent but was unlucky to not convert his stance.
Although he did get a 72, I think he did get that knock against. He scored 71-72 in that one match. But unfortunately, none of the Indian openers, at least in my dream team of this Asia Cup, they don't make the cut. For me, Kushal Mendis, I don't know.
Gurbaz is definitely there as one of my openers because of his stellar show and consistency that he had with the bat. And plus, he was a very attacking wicket keeper, something that Mohammad Rizwan needs to take out of his book. Rizwan's strike rate was well below 118 strike rate. Look at Gurbaz, 163. Comfortably just behind Surya. Imagine, for attack and for intent. So that's where my wicket keeper and an opener is Rahmanullah Gurbaz. I think we both agree on that.
Yeah, Gurbaz you can write.
Gurbaz.
And who's your second opener?
My second opener, I would be tempted to get in Mendes, but this might not be a very popular opinion, but for me, Rohit makes it. Primarily because he showed the intent, although the starts were not there, but he showed the glimpses of that old Rohit that he had.
No, that's fine, but eventually, what matters is Kushal Mendes got those runs in a winning cause. For me, that actually makes a difference. If I have to choose solely on the basis of their performances in this Asia Cup, I'll go with Kushal Mendes.
Kusal. So maybe, because of the winning factor and because he did give them starts, I'll also go with Kusal Mendes. So there we have.
Although it was difficult to choose between Mendes and Nissanka.
Yeah.
But just because he has a better strike rate, I'll go with Kushal Mendes. I think number 3 is I think Virat Kohli was very, very consistent, and that strike rate of 148.
More than anything else, this Asia Cup has once again shown that the king is back. 1020 days, a jinx might have been broken. And you still see, look, some of the shots that he played, that showed that he's back in that flow.
Especially against Afghanistan in that last game, he was, he was using his feet. It looked as if he was back to his confident self.
Yep.
The way he used
When was the last time Kohli hit 6 sixes in a T20? When was the last time? And again, one of the shots that he did of Fazal Haq Farooqi, vintage, that drive, wide Yorker, that drive through extra cover, 2012. Hobart all over again. That vibes again.
And towards the end, he was just toying with the bowling.
Yes.
Towards the end, it seemed as if whoever or anybody could have bowled to Virat Kohli, it would have gone for a boundary.
Plus those 2 knocks that he made against Pakistan in very trying conditions. Of course, 34 out of 35 in that first match, there was criticism. But the second match, had it not been for Kohli's knock, Pakistan would have been chasing far less.
Yeah.
Yes, there was that one wild slog that he had against Sri Lanka when Dilshan Madhushanka bowled an incoming delivery left armer. He was bowled for a duck. But apart from that, the confidence, this tournament, although India did not make it to the final, at least King Kohli is back. So there is absolutely no disagreement on that fact that number 3, it has to be Virat Kohli. Now at number 4, now this is where our major problems will begin. Why? Apart from Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India, and even to a certain extent Bangladesh and Afghanistan, they all struggled with their lower middle order. Hardik Pandya, apart from one game, he flattered to deceive. Surya, apart from that game against Hong Kong, did not do well. Pant failed. Let's just not mince words, he just failed in this Asia Cup to grab both his opportunities. Pakistan, what middle order? They didn't have a middle order.
Yeah, anybody could come and
take the game away. So they didn't have a middle order. Bangladesh, less said about it, the better.
And the day they needed that middle order the most,
they collapsed like a pack of cards.
Exactly.
And Afghanistan, well, they weren't tested much, but when they were tested, they really came out short. So, but Sri Lanka, what a lower middle order they had. My number 4 would actually be, if I have to look at it, out of position slightly, but Bhanuka.
I thought Bhanuka Rajpaksa, you can bat him at number 5, but the way he is batting, actually, a left-hander
Yes.
He can actually provide a bit of, he can break that. You need a left-hander in a middle order. I think you can very well have Bhanuka Rajpaksa.
Because
at number 4.
He was the difference maker in the final. That 71 that he made, rescuing Sri Lanka from 58 for 5 and getting them to 170 and ensuring that batting first, that jinx was finally broken, you could defend a total. I think it was Bhanuka Rajapaksa all the way. So that left-hand combination also, he comes into number 4 directly.
Yes.
Bhanuka
Rajapaksa.
And now number 5. as I said, the lower middle order does not inspire any confidence from either India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, or Afghanistan. So I think our lower middle order will actually be dominated by Sri Lankans.
No, I think when you say lower middle order, I can actually have Mohammad Nawaz definitely
Nawaz, yes.
makes it in this 11 at least for me. Then you. As
What
you
about
said,
Asif Ali?
No.
No, apart from that one game that he had,
No. In fact, I can actually have Dashun Shanaka here
Shanaka,
at number
yes.
5, and he will certainly be my captain also. Of course, he
Of
led
course.
Sri Lanka to that title victory.
Yep.
So he can actually come in at number 5. Although, as you said, for Bhanuka Rajapaksa, for him also, I think it's one spot
one
higher.
spot high, yeah.
But do you have anybody else?
Nope. I can't think of any because, as I said, Pakistan, Asif Ali, Mohammad Nawaz, and all, they didn't perform. Iftikhar Ahmed, no, not really.
Actually, Mohammad Nawaz. Mohammad Nawaz makes it to my 11 because see, he gives you an option. He's a decent batsman, and then he bowled pretty well in the series in this tournament.
As a bowler, actually, yes.
Yeah. So at number 7, I can actually have Mohammad Nawaz.
At number 7, but we are at number 5 now.
We are at number 5. So I think either Dashun Chanaka has to be at number 6 or 5. But then we'll have to see who comes in at number 6 then.
So,
Because
okay.
as per Hasaranga, Mohammad Nawaz, I think again, it's one spot higher.
Yeah, that's the problem. So, at number 5,
This is only because no number 4 in this Asia Cup
Did well.
was consistent.
yeah, because we could have included Sky, but then Sky, apart from that one match,
Zadran, you could have had Zadran at number 4, but I think I'll still go with Bhanuka Rajapaksa there.
so at number 5, you're saying Nawaz.
But ahead of Dashun Chanaka would be a little out of place for him. I think if it has to be at number 5, if I don't have any option, then I'll definitely go with Shanaka.
So, you'll
And he's a very, very, very strong, hard-hitting
one of the
batsman.
best finishers in this modern era, if you look at it from Sri Lanka. So, number 5 is Dasun and my captain also.
Yeah,
Our
Shanaka,
captain.
Shanaka.
Shanaka. And he is our captain also. Wicket keeper. Yes. And at 6, you would probably have Nawaz there. All-round abilities.
Yes.
For much more of his all-round abilities, because
The problem with this 11 is, you have a pretty okay batting lineup, but it actually ends here at number 5.
that's
It
the
actually-
problem.
Because thereafter you don't have too many.
So what we can do is get Zadran in at 4, because Zadran has been one of your prime, although even there he's kind of batting out of position, isn't he? Zadran is primarily your top
That's
3. So that is why, but then we can make an exception, because see, Najibullah Zadran, looking at the average, you have to include him somewhere in the batting. So either we get Zadran here, drop Bhanuka to 5, Shanaka at 6, then it probably merits a lot more balance. Because Kohli, you can't drop him below 3. Your designated number 3 is Virat Kohli. That is-
Roger Federer is set to retire
oh my goodness, you heard it first here. Yep.
after the Lever Cup.
Okay.
Singh Tata.
So that is one thing. So okay. So what I can do is remove Bhanuka, get in Zadran, remove Shanaka because of position issues, and get Rajapaksa, Bhanuka in the team. Number 6 is Shanaka. So that is our batting lineup as far as we can go. Gurbaz, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, the wicketkeeper. Kusal Mendis, your opener. Virat Kohli, there is absolutely no need to debate on that. Number 4, Najibullah Sadran, slightly out of position, but what to do? The dynamics of it, you couldn't ignore Gurbaz's contributions as an opener. Kusal Mendis also as an opener. You can't bat him in any other position. Kohli remains at 3. Zadran, Bhanuka, Shanaka. So that is our top 6. Now we come to the bowlers. Number 7. For me, my number 7 is the man of the match, the man of the series in the Asia Cup, and that is Wanindu Hasaranga. For me, Hasaranga remains one of the best leg spinners that is there in the modern era, because frankly, Yajuvendra Chahal unfortunately underperformed in the Asia Cup. Conditions were not suited to his style, and there were accusations that maybe he doesn't have that many variations, no pace. So that is why too slow on these UAE wickets resulted in his undoing. But Wanindu Hasaranga, after a very expensive start, bounced back, and in the final really put forth his foot down, and he said, "I'll be your match winner," and he became the match winner on that day. So Hasaranga with the bat and with the ball is my number 7. Rahul, Hasaranga at 7. Hasaranga.
And 8 would be Nawaz.
Yep, Mohammad Nawaz. Nawaz at number 8. And at number 9, we'll have our pace bowling trio. I will have Naseem at number 9. Or Bhuvi at number 9. Bhuvi, because of the way how he has been bowling. Swing, seam, yes, 5 for 4 against Afghanistan. He did take 11 wickets, but slight concern about his economy rate, because in the 19th overs of both the games against Pakistan and Sri Lanka, he conceded a lot of runs. 33 runs in those 2 overs which he conceded, that took the game away from them. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's 19th over misfortunes really spelled the end for India. But would we want to ignore Bhuvi? Not a chance. Because Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, his swing in Australia will be very vital. And if you have to look at the overall picture of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, his economy rate was not bad. Actually, it was just above 6 in those games that he conceded those runs. 19 and 14 runs. It just went to over 6 and 7, which is not bad considering you have to bowl in the death. But Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, I would just say, let him bowl in the power play in Australia. He may not be your death bowler, because you've got 2 death bowlers coming up, Arshdeep and Bumrah. And at number 10, it's Arshdeep for me. Straight shooting, because Arshdeep may have dropped the catch in the Asia Cup, but as a bowler in the
You don't want Farooqi?
No, because my number 11 would be a Pakistani pacer.
Yeah,
and that guy Naseem. Naseem is my number 11, my last pick, because of the pace and the way how he troubled all the best players there. He was generating tremendous pace, 145. Imagine, number 11 can hit you 2 sixes to win the game. Why not? And plus, there are no problems about his action, as is the case with Mohammad Hasnain. So, clean action, young guy, lot of heart, bowls with pace, reverse swing, and the delivery to dismiss Kusal Mendis was simply sensational. I think for me that was the ball of the tournament.
Yep.
Naseem Shah's in cutter to Kusal Mendis, and that's it, stumps all over the place. So that's my 11 in this. Naseem Shah as the 11th player. Arshdeep, straight shoe in, a brilliant death overs bowler. Defending 7 in both the games against Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Man oh man, took it almost to the last ball in both the cases. Had it not been for those 2 low full tosses against Pakistan and the way how they were panicking, Arshdeep would have very well won them the game. 1 full toss saw 4, 1 full toss saw 2. The game unfortunately ended. And Rishabh Pant's unfortunate miss in that game against Sri Lanka, he had to learn a bit from MS Dhoni how to hold a school. So Arshdeep makes it to number 10. So our bowling lineup is Naseem, Arshdeep, Bhuvi, Mohammad Nawaz, Hasaranga. So you've got a right arm pacer, left arm pacer, right arm swing bowler, left arm orthodox, leg spinner. I think that's a pretty fair compositional spread, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And you've got Gurbaz, Kusal, Kohli, Zadran, Bhanuka and Shanaka. So that is our dream team for the Asia Cup. Now the Asia Cup is done and dusted. Thankfully we got Kohli in that. The next series now for India is very, very vital. India versus Australia. September 20th with 3 T20Is, and you're going to play with your core for the first time. The entire core, no injuries, no any other excuses, no rotation. You're going to play with that core. Mohali, Nagpur, Hyderabad. 3 T20Is, and after that you have 3 T20Is against South Africa. India leave on 6th, I guess. The team leaves on the 6th.
I think 6th.
6th or the 7th. 10 days of intense preparations in Australia, and then we have the big one, the World T20 World Cup on October 23rd. We'll be there for all the events that take place, squad announcements, squad injuries, build up to India-Australia, we'll be there. Plus, there is one more news coming up of a certain tennis legend bidding adieu. Tata, bye-bye, see you, Vanakkam from me and Rahul, see you later. Bye-bye.